Hi everyone, I am Matheus from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and I'm here to show you guys the Swift playground that I submitted to this year's Swift Student Challenge of WWDC and that got accepted. So let's check it out. So my playground is called Squance and it came from the concatenation of the words square and sequence. The playground is introduced with the argumentation that when you get stuck when you're learning math, the problem may not be you, but the teaching method brought to you. And it comes with the premise that you can apply visual thinking for learning since sight plays a crucial role in our mental activity. This way, learning math concepts can be easier and more interesting. The math conceptuality here is only one, the sequences, and I explored the use of colorful circles placed together in square-like shapes to animate and explain these concepts. Well, the first lesson is about one of the most trivial sequences taught to us, the multiplication, that is, a sequence of additions. Here, the page illustrates a scheme that shows how multiplication works in a way that you cannot see on the traditional times table. You can click in any circle that is in a specific column, a specific row that represent the multiplied numbers, and the page shows you the sequence of additions. So I have here, for example, 7 times 8, and you can see with me how 7 times 8 and 8 times 7 are the same thing, just by counting and scanning row by row or column by column. There's also a hint showing all the answers, and with this, and by clicking on any circle you want, you can analyze by yourself how multiplication behaves. This turns you able to visualize in a nice way patterns and properties, such as the relevance of the order of the multiplied numbers for the final results. Can you guess the result of adding 1 plus 2 plus the following numbers plus 999 plus 1000 plus 999 plus the previous numbers back to 1 and 2? Well, the second lesson brings the called diagonal numbers to prove visually how a sequence of n consecutive numbers added back and forth equals n squared. This lesson comes with the purpose to show that we can deal with math in a much easier way by finding shortcuts or identities, eliminating this way the necessity of having laborious tasks such as countless additions. Here in the page, for n being 4, you can see that each number in the sequence of consecutives, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, can be seen as the number of circles in each diagonal that compounds a 4x4 square. You can check this by the matching colors. So I have, for example, here the green, that is 1 circle up there and down there. Same for 2, that is blue, the 3 that is pink, and finally the 4 that is in the middle. So instead of adding 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1, I can get the same result just by consulting the 4 squared. The same occurs for n being 1000 or a million, which would be much more laborious to calculate. Last but not least lesson is about the Fibonacci sequence. In the sequence we have the first two numbers being 0 and 1, and the following numbers are the addition of their two predecessors. This is a very cool sequence because its numbers generate the golden spiral that can be found in several elements of the nature as shown in these pictures. You can see this on the squares that have their dimensions given by these numbers and that placed together form a spiral. So we have the first two ones, then a 2 per 2 square because 2 comes from 1 plus 1, and then 3 and 5 because it comes from 3 plus 2, and then 8 and then 13, and same happens thereafter to the infinite. So that's it. You can see that the mechanics of everything is very simple, but this is a secret. You don't have to make a very complex playground to get accepted, right? You just have to be concise, works well, has a good design, has a clear message and purpose, has meaning related to you, and of course, it's unique. Also, the details of the technologies I used to code the features contained in the app and the reasons of why I chose that theme were all described in the forms of the submission, so it was not just the playground itself that was judged, right? If you like what I did or have any additional or deeper knowledge to say about the reality of teaching and learning math, please feel free to leave your words in the comments below. That's it. Thank you all for the attention and goodbye.